Let's take a look at the Thip today. The Thip or push kick is one of the few techniques in Muay Thai that doesn't revolve around damage or hurting your opponent. With something like the Thip, your primary goal is to actually control space. So stopping your opponent from coming into your fight range is something very commonly done defensively. I'm gonna stick this huge barrier between us until I'm ready to start my next offensive series. Because you gotta remember that the Thip is one of your farthest reaching weapons. It's a linear leg kick, which generally you throw your hips forward and lean back as well. So awesome technique to be used defensively. Personally, I like using it offensively. So whereas a defensive Thip or push kick is something you want to use to keep someone out or keep someone away, I'm moving into you to try to push you up against the ropes, try to push you up against the corner. Either way, you'll be fine as long as you remember that the Thip or push kick is something you want to be using to control space. From your stance, shift your weight onto your planted foot. So if I'm throwing a lead Thip, which I am, I want to shift all my weight onto my back foot, and if I'm throwing a rear Thip, vice versa. From here, bring your knee upwards to chamber your kick and thrust your leg out. As I throw my Thip, I want to throw my hips forward, lean back, and rock onto the ball of the foot of my planted leg. What separates a really great Thip from a good one is the synchronization of these four parts. The actual Thip, throwing my hips forward, leaning back, and rocking my weight forward just as I throw the Thip. Try not to confuse the Thip or front kick as a conventional strike. Yes, it can do damage, but again, your primary goal is to control space, and maintaining the connection with that opponent is the key to throwing a really good push kick. So it doesn't matter if you have a lot of velocity, a lot of acceleration when you throw the Thip kick. It's all about keeping that connection. The longer my foot stays pressed up against your torso, the more I can transfer my energy and push your body into the ropes, push your body into the corner. Quick snappy kick with brief contact for damage. And again with prolonged contact for push effect. Try not to throw a snappy Thip that starts and ends at the knee. So you want to bring your leg up and throw the Thip, but with your whole body as a singular motion. Just like in swimming, it's a lot better to throw the kick from my hip where I can use my whole leg than it is at the knee. I like having a distinct separation between my legs when I throw the Thips. My lead leg Thip is generally meant for pushing, and my rear leg Thip generally meant for damage. Defensively speaking, my lead leg Thip is closer to the opponent, and because most of our weight is on our back foot when we fight, it's one of the best reactionary tools you can have. Offensively, I do the opposite. Instead of keeping my weight back, I drive forward, almost like doing a jumping Thip. So this way I prolong the connection with my opponent, and I can drive them and push them as far up against the ropes as possible. Boom, boom. My rear leg Thip strikes with the heel, or at least tries to. It's an extremely sturdy part of the body. And when someone's throwing it at you with the strong dominant side of their body, you're probably in for some hurting. Thip explanation part 1, take 1. Don't step on it, don't step on it, Jesus. Okay. Don't confuse this huge... I forgot the line, stopping your opponent. Offensive is my next offensive series. I can't talk now.